So, let's get started. Have you ever wondered what makes humans, animals, plants, and even tiny bacteria different from objects like rocks, table, or books? The answer is that humans, animals, plants, and bacteria are living things, while rocks and table are non-living things. But how do scientists know whether something is alive or not? Living things have several special characteristics that distinguish them from non-living things. In this video, we will discuss the main characteristics of living things and look at some examples from everyday life. The first characteristic of living thing is movement. When we hear the word movement, we usually think about humans walking or animals running. Humans can walk, jump, and run. Birds can fly in the sky, fish can swim in water, and cats can chase mice. However, plants are also able to move, even though their movements are usually slower and harder to see. For example, sunflower plants move towards sunlight during the day. Another example is the sensitive plant, whose leaves close when someone touches them. This shows that movement is not only about changing location, it also includes movement of body parts of response to environmental change. The second characteristic of living thing is the ability to breathe, also known as respiration. Respiration is very important process because all living things need energy to survive, grow, move, and carry out the daily activities. Respiration is the process that releases energy from food so that living things can use it stay alive. Humans and animals breathe in oxygen from the environment and breathe out carbon dioxide as a waste product. The oxygen that enters the body is transported to the cells, where it used to break down food and release energy. This energy is necessary for all kinds of activities, such as walking, running, studying, playing, thinking, and even sleeping. In fact, even when we are resting or sleeping, our bodies continue to breathe because our organs, such as the heart and brain, still need energy to function properly. Different animals have different respiratory organs depending on their habitats and lifestyles. Humans, birds, reptiles, and mammals use lungs to breathe. Fish use gills to absorb oxygen dissolved in water, while insects breathe through tiny openings on their bodies called spicules. Plants also carry out respiration, just like humans and animals. Although plants do not have lungs or gills, they exchange gas through tiny pores in their leaves called stomata. Through these openings, plants take in oxygen and release carbon dioxide during respiration. In addition to respiration, plants also perform photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is the process by which plants use sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide to produce their own food in the form of glass. While respiration releases energy from food, photosynthesis produces food for the plant. Respiration and photosynthesis are closely related processes that help maintain the balance of oxygen and carbon dioxide in the environment. Humans and animals depend on oxygen produced by plants, while plants use the carbon dioxide released by humans and animals during respiration. Without respiration, living things would not be able to obtain the energy needed for growth, movement, reproduction, or survival. Therefore, the ability to breathe is one of the most important characteristics that distinguish living things from non-living things. Another important characteristic of living things is growth and development. Growth means an increase in size, weight, or height. Development means change in form and function as an organism becomes mature. For example, a baby grows into a child, then becomes a teenager, and eventually an adult. During this process, the body becomes larger and many abilities improve. Plants also grow and develop. A small seed planted in the soil can become a seedling, then young plant, and finally a mature tree that produces flower and fruits. No living things do not grow naturally. A tiger may become larger only if someone replaces it with a bigger one, but it cannot grow by itself like living organisms do. Living things reproduce to produce offspring and continue their species. If living things could not reproduce, eventually every species on Earth would disappear. Animals reproduce in different ways. Mammals, such as cats and cows, give birth to their young, while birds and fish usually lay eggs. Plants also reproduce in various ways. Many plants reproduce through seeds, while others reproduce through spores or vegetative reproduction using stems, roots, or leaves. Reproduction ensures that life continues from one generation to the next. Living things are able to respond to change in their environment. These changes are called stimuli. For example, if you accidentally touch hot pan, you immediately pull your hand away. This is your body's sense for heat. Animals also respond to stimuli. A deer runs away when it senses danger, and a bird flies away when it hears a loud noise. Plants can respond as well. Many plants grow towards sunlight because they need light for photosynthesis. The ability to respond to stimuli helps living things survive and protect themselves from danger. Just like humans throw away garbage from their homes, living things also need to remove waste material from their bodies. Humans excrete waste rock, urine, sweat, and carbon dioxide. These waste products are produced as a result of body activities and metabolism. Animals also remove waste from their bodies in similar ways. Plants release excess water, vapor, and gas through tiny openings in their leaf called stomata. Removing waste is important because the accumulation of waste can be harmful to living organisms. All living things need food or nutrients to obtain energy and maintain life. Humans and animals get food by eating plants, animals, or both. Food provides the energy needed for growth, movement, and daily activities. Plants are different because they can make their own food through photosynthesis using sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide. Without nutrients, living things would not have enough energy to survive, grow, or reproduce. The final characteristic is adaptation. Adaptation is the ability of living things to adjust to their environment in order to survive. For example, camels can survive in desert because they store fat in their humps and can live for long periods without water. Polar bears have thick fur and layers of fat to keep their bodies warm in extremely cold environments. Cacti have spines instead of leaves, which help reduce water loss in hot and dry deserts. Fish have gills that allow them to breathe underwater, while birds have wings that help them fly. Adaptation allows organisms to live successfully in different habitats around the world. So, what are the characteristics of living things? Living things can move, breathe, grow and develop, reproduce, respond to stimuli, excrete waste, obtain nutrients, and adapt to their environments. This characteristic helps scientists distinguish living organisms from non-living objects. The next time you see an animal, a plant, or even tiny insects, try to observe this characteristic and think about how they help that organism survive and continue its life. Thank you for watching, guys, and see you in the next video.